Guys, it's your brother in Christ, Weston. Thanks for joining me today. So today's article comes out of two places, InfoWars and the most important news. Let's get into it. So I just did a video about this the other day, and I didn't know what I was stepping into. For some reason, I don't know anything about, well, just because I don't follow politics in that way, um, about USAID, or I called it USAID. But there is a money laundering scheme happening, and it's insane. So we're going to start here. The most important news, it says Democrats cry as liberal supply chains are wiped out and their favorite multi-billionaire dollar money machine is shut down. What? How much power would you have to have if you had a giant money machine that showered your political allies and political causes that you favor with tens of billions of dollars every year? The corruption that is being uncovered at USAID is truly historic. USAID has a budget that is larger than the CIA and State Department combined. What? And much of the money was funded at a vast network of liberal activists and liberal causes all over the world, our globe. Laura Ingraham of Fox News asked U.S. Senator Josh Hawley about this. Hawley explained that the Democrats are just losing their mind because the liberal supply chains are being cut off. They're panicking big time, Laura, because their power base is being threatened. Hawley replied, that's what's really going on here. I mean, look at what they're doing at USAID. This is because they've used that as their personal plaything that includes billions and billions of taxpayer dollars. Of course it is, bro. Taxes are a scheme. Legitimately, taxes, bro, it's unreal how much you get taxed. And you're just like, the reason I'm broke is not because I don't have a good enough job, it's because you just keep taking money from me, dude. That they have gone, taxpayer dollars that have gone, yes, to find outrageous stuff overseas, like trans affirming projects in Zimbabwe or whatever. But also, let's not forget to fund their preferred media outlets like Politico and who knows what other left wing rags have been getting money, federal government money from this agency, and there is no accountability. So, yes, what's happening is Trump is exposing all of this. He's cutting off liberal supply chains as it were, and liberals are just losing their mind because are losing their minds. They're totally losing their minds. We need more of it. You mentioned the IRS. I love it. I love Trump's idea to get rid of the Internal Revenue Service. Let's make it an external revenue service. Let's start making the agencies work for the American people. I want all that. I want all that because I have to pay the IRS all the time, um, every year for my taxes, uh, because they say I make too much. That isn't a brag by any means. What I'm saying is at some point, I guess they're not taking enough out of my check, which they already take a ton out of my check, and I have to support my family, mortgage, all this other stuff, cars, and it's like, yeah, I work extremely hard, and I have people to take care of, and then at when I file my taxes, I got to pay you even more. Like, what is happening? Part of the reason, if I ever have to struggle, is because you're just robbing me in broad daylight from the money that literally I've worked for and I never get to see, and then I got to pay you more. Like, what is happening here? And it's literally across the board. What is it? Insurance. My wife and I talk all the time. Like, insurance is a scheme, is fraud, bro. Like, for real. Like, they are literally out to get you. And it's like, oh, you pay all this money to take care of yourself, and then it's like, what am I spending all this for if I can't use it? Like, what is happening? Like, I can't get this medical procedure done because I haven't hit my what is it? I can't even think of it. A certain dollar amount I need so it can be covered. Like, what, bro? What am I doing? Where's all this other money going for? It's insane. Like, there's always something nefarious going on with stuff like this. And this is wild. I can't imagine billions of dollars. Like, you don't have to be an atheist. You don't have to be a believer. You don't have to be an agnostic to agree that people are evil by nature, and money makes and changes and molds and sculpts people to, like, when they come into money, like, it changes their attitude and the way they view people and the way they act, as if it's a security blanket, when in fact it can all be swept out right from under you. Exactly what happened with USAID. um you're out of here. Like, you're gone. This is done. You are done. Go get it. Go get a job that actually um is not trying to extort taxpayer dollars, or manipulate that, or hide that, or burn the books, or whatever whatever action verb thing description you want to put it in front of USAID and what they're doing, it's foul. It is incredibly bad. Like, I just don't get it. I don't get why people would want to do this other than for the love of money. But how much money is, like, when is it enough? When does it become enough? I'm ranting. Okay. Leftists have been in charge at USAID for a very long time. They just kept hiring other leftists underneath them. Ultimately, it became one ginormous tangled web of left-wing activists that are overtly advancing the interests of the Democratic Party. One of the primary ways that USAID was doing this by funding thousands of non-governmental organizations, or NGOs. According to the State Department, there are approximately 1.5 million NGOs in USA Today, or US Today. Approximately 1.5 million NGOs operate in the United States. These NGOs undertake a wide array of activities, including political advocacy on issues such as foreign policies, elections, environments, healthcare, women's rights, economic development, and many other issues. NGOs are not, I repeat, are not supposed to make a profit, but those that run them, those that sit on boards, and those that are employed by them often make exceedingly large salaries. That's I just don't know how you live with yourself, bro. Like, how do you do this? This is one of the ways the Democratic operatives and campaign donors are rewarded. They are often given cushy, high paid jobs with NGOs that are funded lavishly by tax dollars. In turn, those operatives and donors keep giving big money to the Democratic candidates because they want to keep the gravy train rolling. It's being reported that the majority of all USAID programs were being implemented by NGOs. That's insane. Non-governmental organizations implement the majority, 52%. What? Of USAID programs, while public international organizations administer 34%, and the US government is responsible for about 10%, and the foreign governments implement about 4%, according to the CRS study of USAID non-military funding between fiscal years 2013 and 2022. Bro, insane, insane. But when you try to track down many of the NGOs, you literally cannot find them. In fact, Natalie Winters says that if you look up addresses for some of the NGOs on Google, you'll find shacks or empty land. The secrecy of the USAID grant database is by design. Come on, we talk about this all the time. It is by design. Um, a happy little accident. No, it's really on purpose, bro. Look up the addresses for entities receiving millions of dollars on Google Maps, and you'll find shacks or empty land. It's pure money laundering. There are some NGOs that do legitimate work, while others are apparently either do next to nothing or nothing at all. It's one of the greatest scams out there, but you have to be deeply connected in order to take advantage of it. We are also learning that USAID was financially supporting more than 6,000 journalists and 700 independent newsrooms and 300 media focused civil society groups in 30 or so countries. And then it just keeps going. It says the level of corruption that is being revealed. Oh, it says this is why so many news outlets all over the world sound the same issue. It's because they were all being funded. Man, have you seen that when the news outlets will start to say the same thing like repeatedly, verbatim on a script? It's pretty wild. Um, it says the level of corruption that is being revealed is absolutely staggering. When members of Doge team first arrived at USAID, workers started freaking out and tried to hide evidence that might be incriminating. Contractor Christina Dry, who is employed at USAID, described to ABC News a scene reminiscent of the kind of mad scramble historically witnessed when a corrupt government has fallen and officials are desperately trying to get rid of the evidence of wrongdoing. Dry described USAID employees taking down pride flags, removing books that she felt might be incriminating, as well as no one was talking as Doge team members began the review of the operations of the agency that sent billions of taxpayer dollars abroad for a variety of reasons, ranging from disaster relief to funding regime changes. Thankfully, the giant money laundering operation at USAID has now been shut down, and Democrats are absolutely furious about this. Their multi-billion-dollar money machine is gone, and they're not going to be able to replace it anytime soon. Insane, absolutely insane. Here's another article I just want to show you. I won't go over all. It's a short one, but it's mostly a video. It just says here, stolen funds and fraud after auditing just 1% of the federal government. What's this? What's it say at the top though? Winning. Musk discovers over 100 billion of stolen funds and fraud after auditing just 1% of the federal government. Meanwhile, delusional Democrats accuse him of wanting to steal social security and social security numbers and bank accounts. And this is a part of his team. It says Elon Musk led Doge task force auditing numerous government agencies to eliminate waste is on a roll, cutting federal spending at a scale never seen before. The deep state is big mad. Their toys are being broken. And then there's this 19-minute video of Alex Jones going over all of it. So yeah, guys, this is insane. This is probably just not even a drop. This is a drop in the bucket to what people are doing. Like, not just with money, with people's lives, like blood money, like immoral type stuff at the highest of the highest. I mean, money is like, it seems like money would just be a part of it, but it gets nastier after that. It gets darker after that. It gets satanic after. I'm saying it gets worse and worse and worse. This is wild, and you wonder why it feels like you can spend all this money elsewhere, but you can't spend it on your American citizens to better them, to make America great again, or to just put America first. Just how about that? Just put America first. Uh, that's insane, man. I wonder how if my tax dollars have supported something like this unknowingly, because who monitors the people who are monitoring us, who monitor them, and then them and them and them, like they're monitoring us, but who's monitoring them, and then who's monitoring them, and then who's monitoring them, then you see what I'm saying? Like, where does the buck stop, and who says so? And when money's being thrown around like this, you better believe there's some dangerous things that are happening where if you get exposed, you might find somebody at your house with not so good intentions, with only one intention, and to get it done in secrecy, and to make it look like you decided to end it all, Epstein style. So, anyways, guys, that's the video. If you like the video, be sure to like the video. If you want to see more, be sure to subscribe. Let me know what you think about this. I want to hear some comments about this, because I can't imagine, we're not even a month into the presidency, and this is what we're talking about. Oh, this is wild. So, anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next one.